Texas is grieving right now. The pain, the shock of what has transpired these last few days has broken the heart of our state.
Well, damage and destruction can be seen across the floodplain in Kerrville, Texas, as waters receded following the deadly flash flood over the weekend. Search teams looking for dozens of people still missing now face the danger of more heavy rain and thunderstorms. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm Allie Lynch.
And I'm Doug Warner. They're wading through unimaginable piles of debris along the riverbanks of the Guadalupe River. That death toll now has reached 104 in that 6-county area. It stretches basically from Austin to Kerrville, many of them children and counselors from Camp Mystic. That's the camp along the river children from across the southern region attend every summer. The majority of the dead in the Kerrville area, well over 80 bodies discovered there, including at least 28 children. The Guadalupe runs through Kerrville, quickly transformed into a raging flood in less than an hour before sunup Friday morning. Well, tonight, swift water and rescue teams from across Texas, Louisiana, and Oklahoma are in Central Texas. Also tonight, we've learned volunteers from right here in Northwest Arkansas are answering that call to action. KNWA's Gabriella Phelan in studio. You talked with this well-known nonprofit from Rogers about what they're doing to help.
That's right, Doug. Sheepdog Impact Assistance is well known throughout our region for putting boots on the ground following a natural disaster. But after the flooding that took place in Texas this week, it's sending its resources down south.
In Central Texas, recovery continues after July 4th floods devastated the region. Monday's death toll continues to rise, inching closer to triple digits.
Texas is grieving right now. The pain, the shock of what has transpired these last few days has broken the heart of our state.
Thousands of volunteers have poured into the Lone Star State to help in any way they can.
We had members on the ground within 24 hours.
Even volunteers from right here in Northwest Arkansas are making their way down south.
We've got a total of 5 staff members on the ground assessing now and leaning into doing what they can while they're there, especially identifying supplies and equipment that we can bring into the area.
Sheepdog Impact Assistance is based in Arkansas but regularly assembles teams to send to disaster relief areas all across the country.
The objective probably going into next week will be to have 30 to 40 members on the ground.
Sergeant Major Lance Nutt, the founder of Sheepdog, says crews have reported that this disaster is unparalleled.
Everything that the water touched is pretty much destroyed. I think the swiftness of how fast it came up, it wasn't a slow rising flood, it was very rapid.
In terms of damage and tragedy,
this one is very tragic from the standpoint of the young lives that have been lost.
But the group, led by both veterans and first responders, says it will continue to do what it does best.
Our people have been trained in how to deal with chaos. You know, that's one thing about our military men and women and those that serve in the first responder community. That training involves that prep work for dealing with chaotic situations.
Now, there are multiple ways you can help Sheepdog as they continue to assist in Texas. For more information, you can head over to their website, sheepdogia.com. Live in studio, Gabriella Phelan, KNWA, Northwest Arkansas News.